So in our past videos, we've talked about the topic sentence, we've talked about providing evidence, and now we're on to explanation, right? When we write that explanation section of your body paragraph, we're really looking to answer the question of how does the evidence that you've provided prove your topic sentence is true or correct. So here we're really engaging with the evidence you've provided. So the quote that you've given, right, how does that prove that Macbeth was too ambitious, right? How does that prove that Macbeth and Lady Macbeth had a great relationship? How does that prove that Romeo did die because of circumstances and forces outside of his control? Right, so in our explanation section, we're really tying or we're connecting the two bits together, the evidence and the topic sentence, which is your main idea. And in your explanation section here, we're looking for two sentences or double the length of what you've got in your evidence sentence. This is where the analysis happens. This is where the student is really engaging with the text, right? Grappling with what are the implications of these words? What are the nuances of these words that are chosen, right? What do these symbols represent? What do these colors represent? What does this motif suggest, right? How does this foreshadow whatever that's coming up? So here we're asking the student, or the student is required to engage with the quotes that they've just provided. So they're not just sort of putting them on a plate and go, here you go, right? Examiners, you figure this out, right? They're doing the work here of interpreting, or what, we call interpreting, the evidence that they've provided. So it makes sense that this needs to be sort of the longer part of the whole structure. Now, a lot of the questions we get about the explanation bit of the structure is, do I include a quote in this? We say that it's okay to include a quote, but that shouldn't be the focus of what you're doing, right? The evidence bit, so topic sentence evidence, and that bit is the part where we're really trying to squeeze as much evidence as we can into that bit. And then if it so happens that you've got a really convenient, handy quote that you can just slip into the explanation, go ahead. There's no harm in doing that. But the focus shouldn't be, oh, how can I squeeze another 4 quotes in here, right? In the explanation, it's really asking the student to interpret the evidence that's already been provided, rather than provide more evidence for, the topic sentence. So that's why we give that ratio, and also why we don't suggest or we don't push for the inclusion of a lot of evidence here. Once the student has done evidence explanation, there needs to be another set or another 2 sets of it. At a year 10, sort of year 9, year 10 level, we would expect there to be about 2 repetitions of that. So evidence explain. And then as we move towards year 12, we're expecting there to be 3 iterations of this pattern. So evidence explain, before wrapping it up with a link, which we will talk about in the next video that we'll put up. So I hope that was helpful. As always, like and subscribe to all of our social media channels so that you get notified whenever we post an update. We also have a newsletter filled with tips and tricks for parents and tutors who are looking to help their students in their English subjects. So make sure you sign up to that. We release 2 to 3 newsletters every term. And if you're looking for one-to-one English tutoring online, then please contact us and let's see how we can support you. Thanks for watching.